Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for February 2020. This month I'm using the Aquarian Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, you might want to watch your cusp sign as well, because many people find their messages are coming to them from there. I want to wish the Aquarians happy birthday, happy solar return, Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius too, so I'm with you on that. I hope you have a fantastic solar return. And also happy birthday to the February born Pisces out there. I hope you all have a fantastic year. All that being said, now onto your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for February 2020. And the first sign I'm starting with is Aries. Aries, the first card you have is the Strength card, and the Strength card is having strength and courage over adversity, having inner courage and inner strength. It can also mean spiritual power over the material world. It could also be taming the savage beast in yourself or in someone else, or possibly even dealing with a Leo. I do feel that there's some things pressing on you in February, Aries, that are going to make you feel like it's a bit of a trying month. And keep in mind, this can also apply to Aries, rising, and moon signs as well. Your nerves are a little jangled, and I feel like you're weighing your options, or you've got some decision or something you're thinking about and you're not sure which way to go with it or what to choose. You may be irked by how some people are behaving. You may be haunted by some things from your past. These could be past relationships, past situations, past jobs, past mistakes, past hurts and pains and wounds from other people. Some of those things, it's going to be different for all of you what area that falls in, but it's like it's kind of haunting you a little bit in February, and this is why you have to have that inner courage and inner strength. And you know what? You kind of have a blessing and a curse here. You can see things very clearly that others cannot. So you might be dealing with people that are not really focused on reality or not seeing things clearly because for whatever their reasons, their head's up in the clouds, or they've got too much pressure, or they don't want to see the facts right in front of them or believe what they're seeing. But you, Aries, are seeing things very clearly in the mid-month of February. Whether you like what you're seeing or not, you're seeing it clearly. Some of these energies that I've discussed, it is kind of making you nervous. You may feel a little nervous or unsteady or unstable emotionally or with your nerves in the mid-month of February, maybe even going into March. This is a good time for you to put your energies into something you can create, like journaling, writing, making a website, business or work that you have to do, blogging, some new interesting club, group, organization, or endeavor you want to become part of. It's all very good for that. You need a lot of creative outlets, emotional outlets, and distractions is good for you this month. You have the Knight of Cups, so the Knight of Cups could be part of this story that you're dealing with. This is a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising sign. This could also be you, Aries, if you're born on the Aries-Pisces cusp. You may feel like there's people that are displaying childish or immature behavior, or you could be doing that, or everybody involved could be doing it. You may be feeling like you're really tired of beating your head against the wall about something, that something isn't, you're not gaining any headway, or something in your life is stuck or stalled or isn't moving forward. You could also be dealing with a Knight of Cups person that's doing a lot of complaining, worrying, having a difficult time handling or dealing with some situation that they're in. And because you're close to them, this could be your significant other, it could be your parents, your children, your grandchildren, or a really close friend to you. It's affecting you because you're close with them. Or like I said, this could be your cusp sign or rising or moon sign. Some of you, this Knight of Cups person may be struggling with something and kind of need you to help them through it. So they could be looking to you for guidance, assistance, help, for some of you. I feel like some of you are like a little frustrated with the Knight of Cups. You're not feeling really quite sure how to handle them. You may want to get them on board on some project, or or a plan or something going on, or you may want to help them. But I feel like the Knight of Cups is kind of making you stressed out, nervous, and a little excitable. So it doesn't always happen to me that these two cards are intertwined. Sometimes they're completely different messages and not mixed together, but your two cards are definitely intertwined. But remember, at the beginning of the month of February and every month, I do much longer psychic tarot readings, so maybe you'll get more of a complete picture there about what's going on. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have, Taurus, is the Hermit. If you can hear all this wind, we could have a tornado coming. It's really windy here, so I apologize for all that extraneous noise. The Hermit is a card that symbolizes your spirit guides coming in and lighting the way and showing you the way to go. They're guiding you, they're protecting you. You could also be the Hermit where you're taking a step back and getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but you're still going to be guided by your spirit guides. I actually feel that your spirit guides are kind of working to lead you out of a difficult situation that you're in. Because I pick up a lot of complexities and problems that have been plaguing you, and maybe not just, right in the middle of mid-February. These could have been going on for a little while, but it's going to be different for all of you where these complexities and problems lie, because this is a general reading. So some of you, it was work problems and complexities. Some of you, it was family scenarios. Some of you, it would be health issues or money issues. Better situations are really coming out and going to be in front of you, and I feel especially in the month of May. I feel like you maybe couldn't even understand everything that was going on quite clearly, because either you were in shock over something that's happened, or kind of like almost in a hypnotic, dream-like state. Like, that could have been due to like stress and complexities, like they said, going on, but it could also have something to do with planetary energies. Could have been affecting you that way, Taurus. I do feel, though, that Tauruses are going to get rewarded for their hard work and efforts. So don't be surprised if you don't get a raise soon, or some kind of job promotion, raise, or win money, but like it feels more like it's coming from work or efforts, and you getting rewarded from something you've done or completed or worked on. I feel some of you Tauruses have been trying to heal from an old family wound or some wound, and I feel it's been difficult for you. Your energy is picking up, and I actually feel like this year, or maybe the second half of the year more than the first half, but this year I feel like your energy is going to be very assertive, or more assertive and outgoing than maybe usual. Now, the second card you have here is an excellent card. You've got 10 of Cups, and this is, like happily ever after. You could have a happy marriage, a happy relationship, happy things happening with your emotions. Some of you are going to have a new relationship, and if you're not in it yet, I feel it's coming in for you this year of 2020. And there's going to be a lot of happiness in your home life, even if maybe you're already coupled. If you're already coupled, there's going to be a lot of happiness in your family or home life. Some of you could have somebody that's going to reach out and connect to you from the past. This could be a past love relationship, or possibly an old friend or family member you haven't talked to for a really long time. That's going to be intriguing, or and not only just like intriguing to you, but make you feel positive and happy. You've got a lot of big progress in everything you're doing this year. Some of you really do have somebody coming in here where you're going to start communicating with them, and it's like there's going to be chemistry and sparks. So if you're already coupled, that could be dangerous. That could turn into a love affair. But for some of you, this is, if you're single, this is somebody new coming in. And it's like kismet, chemistry. You may even have a relationship where you get intertwined with someone and then you elope really quickly. Like, this is big stuff. Because I do pick up that some of you Tauruses are going to want to make something permanent here. Like, meaning, okay, maybe you don't have to have the paperwork of a marriage license, but making it permanent, more permanent than like dating and living in two different places, you know, like living together, married, or, you know, serious. If you're already coupled, you're going to be instituting change, and change is going to be happening that's going to take you and your partner and or your family in like a whole new direction. You could be moving. You could be getting a promotion that requires you all to move. You could be moving to a bigger house, having a more abundant lifestyle, or it's just improving family conditions and relations. So that could be in mid-February for some of you, but because it's a general reading, timing could even take a year for this to happen. It could be happening February of 2021. Or sometime in between now and then. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first card you got, Gemini, is Knight of Pentacles. So this is an earth sign person, either a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. This could also be you, Gemini, if your rising sign or moon sign is an earth sign, or if you're born on the Taurus and Gemini cusp. This is someone that kind of brings in a deliverance of good news for some of you. Something that you've been waiting to hear, some news coming forward of approval of something. If you were trying to get a loan, a grant, a permit, a license for something, you know, or applying for adoption, or a new job, or a part in a, you know, a movie, a play, or some other good news of like endeavor. You've got like this good news, this good words. These seem to be coming from the Knight of Pentacles. And this is somebody you're going to have interesting conversations with. I feel you're going to be working out logistics of things, like the who, what, where, when, and how of things. This could be a boss to you, or somebody, a new boss, or a boss you already have, that's going to come in and say, hey, Gemini, we need to have a meeting. We want you to work on this. We'd like you to go do that. We're going to pay you more money. We're going to give you a different title. You're going to get a raise. It could also be somebody that you're related to that's coming in and giving you news or words about you receiving an inheritance, money that wants to be given to you from a family member through family channels, or something that will, it's going to be something that's going to be a boost to you, like to elevate something you're doing. This really feels like somebody that wants you to get on board with something, work on something that would expand or take something to the next level, or take something further. For some of you, it could even be a love partner that's like, hey, Gemini, I'm really into you. I think we need to like start being exclusive, or let's move in together, or let's get married. It could be somebody in the area of love that wants to take something further. But for some of you, it's like a boss or a potential boss or somebody that wants to further your career, like an agent. You have the Fool next, and the Fool is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations, but you have to have your wits about you, and you don't have on rose-colored glasses and be grounded, or you could fall off that cliff. Yeah, this is a time for you to kick your heels up and get moving, because something is finally starting. I feel like you were in the woods, and now you're coming out of the woods. You're now seeing the forest for the trees. You're in the clearing now. Like, phew, I got out of all of that, and now things are starting to move forward for you. You're going to have to be careful and cautious of how much information you let out to the public, also to anybody, any new people you hire, or if you get hired, or any new romantic partners you are considering. You have to be careful of what you say about yourself. Don't how much personal information you share. And also be careful of your information on the internet. You might want to take some precautions of being more protective over your personal data and information on the internet. If you go to any meetings, classes, seminars, or groups, you're going to come off as quite magnanimous, generous, well-spoken, intelligent. You're going to come off well. If you have any kind of if you're on YouTube and you create any videos, or you have to make any speeches or presentations or PowerPoint presentations or lectures, you're going to come off very well. And I feel like you're thinking, I got to get out of my head so much. I have to get out of my head and start enjoying my life more, or having more fun. You might be starting to realize that you're thinking too much about stuff, or not engaging in and enjoying in life as much as you could. You might be working too hard, or overanalyzing things too much, or maybe you've kind of stepped away from people because they've caused problems and been problematic. But I feel like you're starting to come to the realization, I need to have more fun and get out of my head so much. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have, Cancer, is the World. So the World is being in control. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you more control. I feel like there's a lot of things on your mind. There's a lot of things you're thinking about. And there's a lot of things that Cancers are devising new plans and strategies in mid-February going into March. You may feel like in some way, I can't hold down the fort anymore in this way. It's making me crazy. So what is the fort for you? Is the fort your home, your relationships? Is the fort your job or your business? Or is it family scenarios and family situations? I just pick up Cancers going, I don't know if I can hold down the fort on this anymore. It's making me crazy. I feel many of you Cancers are going to start thinking that you need to get some additional training, or further your education in some way. I do feel like you're liking how you look. I feel many of you Cancers are feeling good or better about your appearance. Maybe you recently lost weight, or you changed your hair or your style. But I do feel like you're feeling positive about your appearance, your outward look. I feel in some ways, Cancer, you are tormented a little bit by people who are you may feel imprisoned by, or people are keeping you in the dark, where you don't feel like you have all the information you need or want. You may also be plagued by people that are seeming to be too duplicitous or fickle and changing their minds too much. You may also be getting very down to earth and realistic, where you're saying to yourself, I can't hold out for this particular ideal or dream anymore. It's it could be a relationship that you're in. You're like, I have to be realistic. This isn't going to work out. Or a job or a business that you have that's too stressful or not giving you the benefits and financial rewards that you want, you may be like, I held on to this too long. I can't, it's not beneficial to me anymore. So you might start having those thoughts now. You have Three of Pentacles next. This is expanding your craft, expanding your skills, expanding your business. You could be getting more work. You could be getting promoted. This is also focusing on craftsmanship and attention to detail. So you could be putting a lot of focus on your work or things that would have to do with money. I do feel money is going to be of paramount importance to you right now and in the next few months, because I see that on the top of your list and something that's extremely important to you, and you're going to be focusing on that. Some of you are at a job that you feel like you're getting really tired of getting raked over the coals. Maybe they're giving you too much work, or people are like sloughing off their duties and so therefore it's getting passed on to you, or you just feel like you're getting treated unfairly or poorly at your job. That energy also comes up here. I see your financial picture looking really good, where money really starts coming into you at a better rate than maybe what it is now. But I see it doing that after August passes, or at the end of August and then into September, October. Like after that, you could be doing well now, don't get me wrong, but I feel like your finances are really going to take a turn for the better, and you could be getting insurance payouts or dividend checks, or dividends start to pay off, or you get a bonus or a raise, or if you own your own business, you get more clients and customers, and therefore a lot more money's rolling in, because I really see money coming to you and rolling in really well. But I feel like some of you, it could be happening in mid-February, because I do see money as important and top of your list right now of things on your mind and what you want to achieve. But I feel like where it's really coming in is from late August and after that. You may have some turmoil on the job front. There could be some people you're questioning their integrity, or questioning, are they like all there? Like you're either questioning their integrity, or you're questioning if they're like losing it. So they may be under your boss, or supervisor, manager, whatever, maybe under an awful lot of stress and pressure. And you may be feeling like, are they making the best decisions? That could come up here for some of you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. And the first of the two cards you have, Leo, is the Two of Rods. And the Two of Rods is a partnership in business, partnership in romance. It could also be something you're creating or working on, and then you're going to put it out there to the world. This is a time of high ideals and maturation for you, where things that you've been putting your energy toward and working on are going to flourish and grow. This could be your business, this could be your kids, your family. It could be if you're a public figure, it could be your public figure persona. But whatever you've been putting your energy into is going to flourish and grow. And you're going to be really good at utilizing all the tools around you and the everything at your disposal. If it's technology, if it's people in the know, if it's, different components you need to do your work, you're going to be utilizing all that around you. I feel like there is somebody that could spring a surprise on you. It could be somebody in your family that comes out and says, like, maybe you didn't know that they were gay and they're going to come out and tell you that, or you didn't know somebody in your family was seeing someone and they're going to come out with it like, I'm getting married, I'm eloping. Or, maybe somebody in your family that had been trying really hard to get pregnant and they weren't having good luck, and now they're pregnant and they're going to come out and tell you, guess what, I got pregnant. Or, something like coming out or talking about something that seems like kind of surprising to you is going to come up. And I feel like that can actually happen for Leos between now and the end of April. Some of you have a situation for you Leos where the chain of command is changing. So it could be like if you have higher ups or CEOs, somebody could be leaving and somebody new could be hired, or people that were in different positions are getting raised up and people are retiring or leaving. But I get some chains of command are changing. And that could even happen in a family situation. Maybe you're the leader and now you're not going to be the leader as much and your partner's going to come in and kind of be more like the figurehead. You're busy doing other stuff. I don't know. But chain of command's changing for some of you Leos. So the card you have with this is Temperance, which is patience, having to have patience in a situation. It can also mean you could be the alchemist and God is working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. It's like you're coming into your own, Leo. This is a time of you really coming into your true personal power. And I'm not saying you didn't have that power before, but there's something really maturing about it, like ripening, like fruit on a tree. Something's becoming ripe here for you, and it's about your personal power. So I feel this would be an extremely powerful year for you if you wanted to start any new businesses or any new endeavors, or get yourself out there into the world, or become more of a leader, or rise up the ranks in a company or business that you're working for. This is the year to make, like, I feel like the planets are in your favor for that, for you rising up the ladder. So when doorways open or things pop up that you're like, should I go for that job, or should I, take that risk or gamble and really put myself out there? I would say absolutely go for it. I feel like you're genuinely trusting in general, but I feel like something has skewed you a little bit where you may not be as open and trusting as you were before. So I feel like you're becoming a little more guarded with things, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not criticizing that. I feel it's wise, because I feel like you had trust and faith in some people that you didn't think would screw you over or burn you, and I feel you've seen that they can and will or do or did, and so now your area of trust is changed. I feel like you could really benefit from Reiki, and also anybody that does any work where they do chakra balancing and aura clearing, you would really benefit from that. I do feel you're kind of taking more protective measures over your business, your life, yourself, your personal property, your data and information. Like, I feel like you're going to start taking precautions. So you could be doing that on the internet. It could also be alarm systems, locks, different things, safety deposit boxes or different safes. Like, all those things come up around you, and I do feel that it's wise. I'm not feeling like that's ridiculous, Leo. You don't need to do that. I feel like you're on target doing those things now. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first of the two cards that you have, Virgo, is Nine of Rods. Now, Nine of Rods is being prepared and ready for battle. It can mean getting your ducks in a row, getting everything organized. It can also mean being suspicious of someone or something or of a situation. Yeah, you're going to feel like this is time where I can't hold myself back from what's something that you want or something you want to do, especially if it's involving moving or a job or getting into a relationship. I see you feeling like you put all your energy into something and you want to move forward with it. So if maybe you've been building a website or other things that you've been working on, and you're like, okay, I've been puttering around with it, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. Now I want it to move forward. You know, you can't help everybody. So pick and choose, or be more picky and choosy or discerning about who you're going to help. There could be, like, I get this energy of like, it's time for me to stake my claim to this property. It could be a property you want to buy, or an item or object that would become personal property that you want to buy. It could even be somebody you're really interested in. But I want to stake my claim to it. Like, it's like you're feeling driven about it. And if you don't have all the information about it, Virgo, you are going to be doing your research. So if it's a person you're into, you're going to Google them. You're going to do a, background check on them. If it's a property, you're going to really be looking into the area. Does it flood? Has it, did it used to be Native American land that might not be good to build anything on, because, weird things happen. Some areas should not have buildings and properties on it. I can tell you that 100% certainty from my own personal experience. Some places should not have homes or businesses or buildings built on the certain ground. So I feel like you are going to be doing your research about whatever you're driven about. This is going to kind of like calm you down or placate you for this sense of adventure I feel that you want. I feel like Virgos want some action. They want some sense of adventure. They want something to pique their interest, spark their curiosity, intrigue them, and if it's not landing in your lap right in front of you, you will seek it out and then be making moves toward it. Look what you have next, Ace of Rods. This is new beginnings. It could be a new home, a new love relationship, receiving an inheritance, getting a new job, birth of a child. Could be a new beginning, like new health, like maybe you're recovering from an illness and it's like a new beginning. You're going to be really focused on putting your stamp on things. Like, if you write a book, you're going to be writing that book, and I'm putting my stamp on it. If there's a business you want to start, I'm making this business and I'm putting my stamp on it. If I'm building this house or fixing this up or having this business or, marketing this product or, whatever you're doing, it's like you're really motivated to put your stamp or brand of that. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel and you're like, I'm not doing it like everybody else on YouTube. I'm not doing it like this one, that one, the other one. I'm putting my own brand of my own stamp on it. Whatever you're doing, you're going to be very cognizant of, like, I got to put my name on this or back it, or my brand. Like, maybe you're going to copyright something or, brand something that's going to become your brand. There's going to be a lot of action steps around things for you in the month of February, between this February and next February. And if anybody tries to challenge you, I feel you're going to rise up and take that challenge. And I see that strongly happening in April. So if somebody tries to pose an argument with you or challenge you for, like, maybe you're going to get into a bidding war over a house or a property, a piece of land, or somebody wants to challenge you about your authority or what do you know or what did you do, I feel like you're willing to rise to any challenge, especially in the month of April. It comes up strongly, but it could happen at any time. And this challenge could also be coming from your employers. You could have a boss that's like, we're challenging you, Virgo. We're going to give you this account and that account, and then we want you to go handle this and that and the other. You're going to be like, I'm rising to the challenge. You've got a lot of like this really strong ego going and momentum. And I don't mean ego in a bad way. Sometimes people think, oh, ego, that doesn't sound good. I don't mean it in that way. I mean like your, to use an old-fashioned word, because I'm kind of an old-fashioned gal, your gumption, right? Like that's what my relatives would have said, gumption. Like your gumption is going to be up. Your motivation is going to be high. You're going to be driven. You're going to be, ready to conquer and get something going and put your stamp on things and rise to any challenge, or if people challenge you. So hope those messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first card you have, Libra, is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is a card that symbolizes being in limbo. You're not moving forward, you're not moving backward, you're in a state of suspended animation, and you have to draw strongly from your own psychic ability and intuition at the time you're feeling in this like limbo state. It could also indicate that you're waiting for something. I feel like this is a little bit of a confusing time for you, Libra, and you might be questioning or wondering about where exactly to put your focus and your energies. You may be feeling like there's something that you're sitting on the edge of the fence about that you want to see make some difference or change, but you don't feel like the time is right yet. So you have to wait till you can do it. I actually feel for many of you Libras, this is also you holding back on something you want to do or say, or move you want to make. Like, it's either something you want to do, something you want to say, or some move you want to make, and you feel like you can't say it or do it yet. But it's almost like a feeling of like, I will, but everything has to be in right alignment or in the right order or in place, or that you have to have the right information or things like that. Like, it's like things have to be in the right. I feel like I don't feel like this Hanged Man position is being imposed on you so much. I feel like you're kind of getting things in order or getting information you need or want before you proceed forward. Some of you Libras are going through something where you may feel like you don't trust how something's getting handled. It could be business, it could be a real estate deal, it could be how your parents are treating you or how your kids are treating each other or you. Like, you don't like how something's getting handled here. It's like you're working on it, you're ruminating about it, you're thinking about it, but you can't quite put your finger on it or figure it out just yet. You may feel like there's too many shadows or people casting aspersions at each other, or things around that are too like unclear. What's the clear story? What's the clear picture? What's the true thing that's going on? It's like, I feel like you got so it's best to be in the Hanged Man position right now with all that lack of clarity. You have the Knight of Pentacles, and you know, the Knight of Pentacles came up for Gemini and Libra, so two air signs got this Knight of Pentacles. And this is earth sign person. This is either Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, Sun, Moon, or rising sign. This could also be you, Libra, if you're on the cusp of Virgo and Libra. It could also be you if your rising or moon sign is an earth sign. I feel like you're kind of like looking at there's tricky dealings going on and things need to be handled like with kid gloves or very carefully, like almost like you're holding a Fabergé egg or a Waterford crystal bowl and you're holding it with gloves, like one false move and it's going to crash. So I feel like you're looking at things like things need to be delicate or handled carefully. You could feel like this Knight of Pentacles is somebody that wants to rush in and take something from you. You could also be feeling like this Knight of Pentacles is someone that wants to stonewall you and keep you in the dark and not let you know what's going on completely. This could also be somebody that wants to sit down with you and try to get everything all figured out. It could be a lawyer, an accountant, it could be a family member. Wherever there's like lack of clarity or things are a mystery, this Knight of Pentacles could, for some of you, because it's a general reading, and when the people cards come up, it's actually more difficult to read on a general reading than when the non-court cards show up. But I do get the energy of that this is somebody that would be willing to sit down with you and give you counsel and advice, or work on something with you where you'd be working on something together to figure a problem or issue or something that's obscure or cloudy or in the dark and shed light on it could even be a private investigator, could be a forensic attorney. But for some of you, it could be like a friend that's really in the know, that's like, hey, Libra, let's sit down and figure all this out because you've got too much confusion or cloudiness going on here. It could even be a therapist that would help you out. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, you start off here with the Tower, and this is a fight, an argument, an end of a friendship, an end of a relationship, an end of an old paradigm, an end of an old way of doing things. It could be enlightenment, it could be a spiritual awakening, it could be a new regime starting, it could be a structural thing happening where a house catches on fire or struck by lightning even. It could be a literal structure, meaning the Tower. Something gets thrown over, thrown out, or like, if you're in court about anything, something gets like thrown out of court or dismissed. If it's not a court case for you, it could be like somebody that lives in your home or that you're coupled with or not, that you want them out. Or like something needs to get like gotten rid of here. If you have a business partner and they've been, maybe they're drinking and they've been stealing money, or they've been doing like weird business practices, you want them out. Or an employee that's been, you know, stealing or not working out, you want them out. There's something that gets thrown out or that you want out that comes out with this Tower. You need to hold on, because whatever's going on is going to take a lot of people down. So this could even be like in politics. It could be in a work or company situation with a boss where maybe there's going to be downsizing going on, or there's going to be like a big like upheaval, and a lot of people, maybe a new company comes in and is buying the company you're in, and therefore a lot of the people that are there are going to get let go because new employees are going to come in. It could be like a mass firing. It could be a mass exodus. For you Scorpios, it's kind of all over the place here. It's and I don't want to say anything negative to you, but I do feel it's going to incense some anger in you or rage, and I feel that there's something that's changing that's never going to be the same ever again. It's like for lack of a better word, life changing or life altering. But look at the card you got with it. Could even be a love relationship. You could be having a big blow up with your partner. This is Five of Swords. And Five of Swords is a fight. You could be having a fight or an argument, but if you do, you're going to win. But this is like drawing a line in the sand, standing up for yourself, standing up against naysayers, gossipers, and detractors. I hear you saying, I'm not doing this anymore. You're putting a stop to something for some of you. You may feel like you're saying, I hear you saying to somebody, you can't have it both ways and I'm not going to get jerked around anymore. You may be really mad. You may feel like your partner or your boss or coworkers or a friend or a group is jerking you around, and you're going to be like, I'm not having it, and you're not jerking me around anymore. You could get up in a public meeting at a town and be like mad if there is something that, you know, you feel like the town is screwing you over with like zoning laws or stuff to do with unfair taxes that you're getting levied at you, or unfair work practices or business or at your job where too many job duties or unfair treatment. If you feel like you've been discriminated against for any reason, you could be like, I'm not having it. This is going to stop right here, because I feel you're going to be mad. I don't like to say that, but I do feel like some of you are going to kick somebody out. And some of you, this is going to be your love partner. Some of you, it could be a kid in your house that's like off the hook and they're being really bad and you're like, you're out. Some of you, it could be a roommate. But some of you, it could be a business that's getting rid of a whole bunch of people. And in some regards, some of you are mad and you're standing up for yourself and you're saying, this isn't right, this is discrimination, or you're, you know, unfair treatment or whatever. So I'm getting like a whole bunch of different things here. Now, if you don't see this happening in February, it could very strongly happen at any time this year, or really in March. February, March is strongest. You may feel like somebody's pushed you around too long. And whatever it is, you're putting a stop to it. You may be also mad if you have an ex that has if you have a partner that has an ex that's like interfering in your life. You're not going to have that either. You're not going to put up with any outside influences, interference. And if they do, they have hell to pay. That's all I can say. So I hope these messages were of help to you. I'm sorry they weren't better for you, Scorpio, but we'll see what transpires. It kind of feels like it needs to happen there. That needs to happen to like change the situation. Because remember, it said, the guide said, whatever this is about, it's not going to be that way anymore. It's changing a situation to never be the same anymore. So I hope those messages help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the sun. This is happiness, joy, exuberance of childhood happiness. Could mean the spotlight is being shown on you. Could be love. Could also be success in the material world. This is a time where something you've wanted or dreamed about or were hoping for or wishing for comes into play and comes into fruition for you. And there's some of you Sagittarians are really going to have some stellar opportunities for growth and advancement. Could be in your career, could be in a business you want to own, could be in your personal life, but you got stellar opportunities for growth and advancement here coming up through the Sun card in mid-February 2020. If you're in the theater and you do any kind of theatrics and you go to any auditions for anything, or you're a musician or a singer, you're going to get the gig or the part. And anything you wanted to focus on or specialize in is starting to, like, say you had a career, but you decided, you know what, I want to focus and specialize on this particular aspect of this career. It's starting to happen where, like, maybe you're going to get licensed in that particular thing. You know, you could be getting a certification, a license, a permit, a part in something, awarded something. If you were like fighting for custody with your in a custody battle, you're going to get awarded custody. Or if you were in a lawsuit with somebody and you are waiting for the outcome, you're going to be the victor here. And this is also a card to indicate now is the time for you to really shine and put your best foot forward, Sagittarius. So in anything that you have to do, if you do have auditions or job interviews to go for, or, you know, anywhere where you have to get any kind of stamp of approval or anything like that, this is really time for you to, you know, shine, put your best foot forward, put all your happiness and positive energy and manifesting qualities and your positive spin, that Sagittarian, you know, fiery arrow into the air. This is what you need to do because it's going to be beneficial to you. So the card you have with it, man, the Pentacles people wanted to come up. We've had Knight of Pentacles 2 times. Now we got Page of Pentacles. There's Queen of Pentacles. There's lots of Pentacles in this reading for all the signs. Many Pentacles coming up. You got Page of Pentacles. This is an earth sign person, either being a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. Could be you if you're born on the Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp. Could also be if your sun or if your moon or rising sign is an earth sign. This is going to be a time where you're going to make a lot of money on any project or endeavors that you're putting your energy into. This is also a person that could be in charge of giving you a boost to your finances. So this could be somebody that's hiring you, a boss, or somebody that can give you financial aid or assistance, or is able to give you a boost to your money in some regard. They may even be wanting to help you out, like it could be a love partner to you that's like, oh, I know you're like, do you need some extra money, or do you need help with finances? I want to give you the money. I want to help you with that. It could be somebody that's interested in your work, or wants to invest in you somehow, like give you money toward your business, or invest in you in some way. Because for many of you, I feel this Page of Pentacles wants to help you out financially, either by giving you a raise or a job that pays well, or wants to invest in you or help you out with money. They could be somebody that wants to be a business partner with you. And I do feel generally your attitude about them is like you're eager to get them on board in the situation. I don't feel like you're having I don't feel like you're resisting them, or like you're like having an aversion to them. I feel like you're all on board with this. This is not somebody that's an adversary. You could be completing some kind of project with them, and you could also be going up to the next level with them. So if you're in a love relationship with them, you may be taking it up to the next level. Maybe you're dating and now you're going to move in, or maybe you're living together and now you want to get married. I don't know, but or it could be maybe you did like sideline work with them, and now you're going to join forces with them and start a full-fledged business together, not just doing the sideline things. But it looks really good here for you with focusing on your goals and your work, getting completion of things, getting permits, getting licenses, getting gigs, getting, noticed and recognized, and also help and financial boosts, or working together well with the Page of Pentacles. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Keep in mind, the messages that I do at the beginning of the month are like 3 times as long. This is just the brief update, Sagittarius. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. More Pentacle cards showing up for the signs this month. Here you got Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn. This is financial blessings. This could be financial abundance coming to you from the divine source, bringing it to you. Could be receiving an inheritance, receiving a raise. But it could also be like emotions. There could be something else of value here that's a big blessing or beginning. I do feel some of you Capricorns are going to get a raise or start getting paid more for your work. This could come unexpectedly to some of you out of the blue. It could be even a bonus that you didn't expect. You could even be taking some kind of classes or talking to financial advisors about wanting to expand or advance your money in some way. So you could be talking to people at investment firms that could help make your money grow and give you advice on, like, they could start investing the money for you in the stock market or in bonds. And I feel that some of you are there's a real healing element here for you about money. And I feel that some of you are going to be really not only wanting to be secure and save money for your future, but I feel that some of you are going to be thinking about how you'd like to spend some money on travel, or things that you would, like maybe something you really want to purchase, like a vacation home, or a new car, or something like new computer system, something. But I see you really focused on like wanting to save money, wanting your money to grow, talking to people that can help you with that, and some of you also putting some money aside that you have earmarked for a big expenditure or purchase you want to make. If you had any big debts or any lien on anything, I feel like it gets covered or paid off. So you could actually be paying down some big debts this month, or paying off something, a mortgage, a car loan, a car lease, or something else. Maybe some other expense you had that was pricey. You may be paying that debt, or could be credit card debt. I do feel like many of you are really realizing some real financial gains in this year, but this month, but it could be at other times this year. It could even be in the month of May. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. This is clearly you, but it could be somebody else. This is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. So it very well could be you because you're an Earth sign. This could be somebody else you're connected to as well. Yeah, I really feel like you're getting really focused about your money, and you want to make some commitments to things, and you want to do some strategic moves and plannings to do with your money. Like being very focused about your money and what strategic moves you want to make with it seems to be a theme for you right now, or on your mind in mid-February, and maybe even moving forward. Don't be surprised. Some of you Capricorns may be entertaining the idea of getting married. You could be getting proposed to this month, or you could be the one doing the proposing, or you're thinking about that you and your partner, you would like to get married to them if you're not married, because I pick up marriage in a bunch of different ways around you for some of you. I really do feel like you're fortifying your accounts, and you're building up your money and building up your finances. And if you're not doing it through changing your investments or getting involved in the stock market and bond market, I feel that you are doing it through other ways, taking on extra work, working overtime, maybe doing extra things that pay you some more money. You could be asking your superiors for a different position that pays you more money, or to take on, maybe you're going to start instructing other people or tutoring them or doing something on the side. But I feel that some of you are really going to be like, you're very focused on, now the time is right for me to put my energies into expanding and growing my finances and making more money. You may even go to a seminar or get invited to something where someone is getting up and speaking in front of a large group of people about how to invest, or how to make more money at the job that you're in, or how to start your online business, or start your own business and make money. Like, I feel that it could be something through work where you get invited to attend, like it's people at work are going, but it could be a friend invites you and is like, hey, I got this extra ticket, you should come along because it's going to be a great seminar about how to invest in real estate, or how to make more money in the stock market, or how to make money doing this particular thing. And I feel like you'll go. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first card you have, Aquarius, is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is being generous with your money. You could be giving charitably and freely to others. You could be receiving charity and generosity from others. It could also mean financial success coming to you. It can also indicate the balance of give and take. I do feel like you've got money that's going to be coming into you. I got to tell you, like, so many Pentacles cards have come up this entire mid-month for all the signs. If you sell anything, I feel like your sales are going to be up. You could also be raising your prices or getting more money for the work you already are doing. Your mind is definitely going to be focused on gains, making gains, increasing your income. I feel there's going to be a lot of things that are going to help you do that over the course of the next 6 months. So some of you Aquarians aren't going to like see that like totally in mid-month of February, but you got like this next 6 months where this is going to occur. I do feel like you're going to have to put some money out there, and more expenses are going out of your pocket for services or things that you're going to have to do. But ironically, I feel on the same token, you've got more money coming in as well. So maybe you're going to have to upgrade things that you do, equipment you use, or people you have to pay to help you with certain things. So there's expenses going out. You're going to incur these expenses. But then on the other hand, I get, don't worry about it, because you're going to be making more money that's going to like recoup that. So it's like, you know, the old adage, you have to spend money to make money. This is going to be, it's kind of like that for some of you. For some of you, you may just have expenses that crop up, or people you have to pay, or things like that, but more money is going to be coming into you. I do feel there's going to be a solid foundation of money for you this year, and I feel that February is actually like the starting point. This is where it starts. I feel like Aquarians are also receiving some help from the spirit world around them. That is, or the planets, could be a combination of the two, that you're kind of getting like karmic rewards for some things, for some struggles or for some good deeds that you did. You're kind of getting some monetary rewards for that this month and the next 6 months. So the next card you have another good card, Aquarius. That's nice for your birthday. You have 10 of Cups. And 10 of Cups is happily ever after. Happy emotions, all good things happening with you. You could be a happy marriage. It could be just happy in your life emotionally. Some of you are going to start commiserating with somebody you knew from the past. You could be talking to an old friend, an old ex, an old boyfriend, an old friend, an old relative. It could be somebody from the past that you knew. If you're single, you could maybe go out on a date with them, even, for some of you. You're going to be lucky in love. Some of you are going to be joining forces with someone, and the guides are talking to me like joining forces with them in a spiritual sense too. So I feel like this means like it's, I don't like to brandy about the word soulmate too easily, because sometimes soulmates are difficult, and twin flames, it's not always an easy scenario. But I'm going to call it soul energy. I feel like you are getting intertwined with somebody that you have a real strong soul energy with. So if you didn't know them before in this lifetime, you could be connecting with somebody you knew from a previous incarnation, could be entering into your life right now or in the next few months. There's going to be a lot of conversation here, and you may even be talking to each other about, how did I ever manage or get along in my life without you? You may feel like they're really like an answer person for you, or a big solution, or like, man, why didn't you show up a lot sooner? Like that kind of energy. Now, if you're already coupled, then this could be somebody that's coming in and bringing a different kind of energy, not love energy. This could be like friendship energy, or energy that gives you a sense of like feeling more solid and more complete from this person. So there does seem to be a person coming in here. And if you're single, it does feel like this is going to be friends and love. For some of you that are already coupled, this is somebody that looks like you're just going to have this great connection with. They could become your best friend. I'm not really feeling like that was so much business and work related or money related. So I hope those messages help you. And now on to the sign of Pisces. The first card you have, Pisces, is the Page of Swords, and this is an air sign person. This is either an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun, moon, or rising sign. Could also be you if you are on the cusp of Pisces and Aquarius. This is somebody that kind of wants to come in and take charge, or help you, or handle things for you, Pisces. They're quite directive and definitive. They may be like, I need you to do this for me, and I need you to do that for me. They may be a boss to you. They could be a parent. They're quite insistent. They like to have their way. I feel like you'll feel challenged by them in some ways, but I feel like you would work well together with them and that you actually want to make them happy. This could be a significant other to you. It could be a business partner or a boss. Feels more like boss energy to me, but you know, parents and significant others can have boss energy too. This Page of Swords person does seem to believe in you. They feel like you will go far. Even though they may seem difficult at times, I feel like they're kind of like in your corner, or, you know, they're rooting for you, or they believe in you. You may feel a little confused about them, however. You may feel like you're unsure about them in some ways in mid-February going into March, because I see some of you feeling like you're not really sure, like you think maybe they're doing things, handling things backwards, or you're confused about the way they're handling certain things. But keep in mind, you know, these cards can sometimes mean multiple people. It's not just going to be one Page of Swords. Maybe you know a couple of Pages of Swords. So some of those messages may be talking about one Page of Swords and not the other. So you got to, that's what happens when the court cards come up, Pisces. So your next card is Eight of Pentacles, and this is the card of the apprentice. It's learning a new craft, learning a new skill, starting a new job, starting a new business, getting financial gains and rewards from whatever work you're doing. This is a time where you're really going to be very studious or very intent on your work. And it's not a time where you're going to be able to like slack, you know, relax, slack, be laid back. It's going to be, I don't want to say the pressure's on you, but kind of. I feel like you're going to have more work responsibilities put on you, more job duties, more work responsibilities. You may feel like you have to work harder. And if you are also studying something, you may be figuring out how to balance your time between work and school. And it's really a time where you're going to feel very inspired, Pisces, like, this is the time I need to build, build, build. So, like, build up your career, build up your knowledge, build up what you're doing. If you own your own business, you may be going through things like, I got to build up this business. I got to take it further, make it go. Like, it's a time of structure, focus on your work, building on what you're doing. And also this sense of pride of wanting to show what you're made of, what your knowledge is, how good you are at your work, or, you know, like you're very conscious about wanting to do a good job, wanting to be a hit or a sensation, wanting people, you know, to applaud your work and efforts and approval. You may feel a little overwhelmed. You may feel like you've got a lot on your mind and it's a bit daunting to keep everything straight, because you may have like so many irons in the fire. I got to think about this, I got to think about that, and this and that and the other. So it doesn't mean you're not going to be able to handle it. It doesn't mean you're not going to be able to do it, but it's all those components come up together. And this could be your boss. It could be your boss or somebody figuring in prominently and all of that. But I feel like you're doing a good job. I feel like you will be successful, and I feel like you're happy with your work. But you may feel like you got way too many things on your mind about it, or too many facets of it. But I feel like you're going to be able to do it. So I hope all these readings here were of help to all the signs of the zodiac out there. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe. And remember to hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get the big love readings for each sign of the zodiac for 2020, I always do that, or try to do it around the month of February every year. That link is posted below this video in the description box down below in the Show More section. And I used quite a few different things. It's a very interesting reading. I used 3 cards from the Tarot Tarot deck for the single people of your sign, plus a Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle card, plus looked into the crystal for the singles. And then for the coupled people of your sign, I pulled 3 cards from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, and then a card from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle card, and then looked into the crystal for the coupled people of your sign. And then I pulled a gemstone crystal for you from the Velvet Bag of Gemstones to tell you what's the best gemstone crystal for you in the area of love and romance for the year of 2020. They're very, very interesting readings, very dramatic and dynamic, as the love readings always are. So I hope you decide to check them out. And you might want to watch your rising sign, because your rising sign is going to deal with what is more fate and destined and meant to be. And your sun sign is where you have more free will. So think about that when you're watching those. Especially if you're watching your sun sign and you're like, this doesn't really sound like my love life, you need to watch your rising sign. Now, even your Venus sign may come into play if you know where your Venus is. So you have to think about that. The other video series I have listed below is my Jupiter and Capricorn Psychic Tarot, Oracle card, and crystal reading. 3 divination tools going on there to give you predictions and messages about what's going to be happening for you now that Jupiter has left Sagittarius in December 2019 until this December of 2020. So if you want to see how Jupiter and Capricorn's affecting you, you might want to check those out. As always, my psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac are available. And this is the month of February, so the link for February psychic crystal readings is also below this video. If you would like to donate to my channel, there is a donation button below, and I want to say thank you so much to all the kind people that have been donating to my channel. Thank you so much. It does help support the channel. I do pay my sons to edit my videos, so that helps me with that. So thank you so much for that. If you would like to follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, both of those are on Facebook, and my Instagram page, The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, I look into my crystal, I give psychic predictions and messages there that you won't see here on YouTube. So if you're interested in following me on my social media pages, I'd love to see you over there. So I hope you have an absolutely amazing energy that comes to you for the rest of this month of February, all the signs of the zodiac out there. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.